Forex market, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the situation update. Wednesday morning, we're looking at the pound versus the New Zealand dollar. This is what we got for you today. A fresh new position. We've been waiting for this one. All we needed to see is price action crossing over 97.30, which just happened yesterday. We followed up very closely on the pound versus the New Zealand dollar. It was quite a shock for us that it didn't reach 99.70 back in the day. I'm talking about probably about 10 days ago. Price was coming, almost touching, right? It was approaching. It got really close twice actually, but missed locking in on that level, and then a pretty strong downside move as a backlash to the previous upside trend. And here at this point, we wanted to see a couple of things. First one was price action recovering off a profound support level. One of the levels that we have on this system would have been preferable, and that's exactly what happened when price was landing exactly at 96.05 here. And then check this out. Nice turnaround right at that spot. That level managed to push back against price action. This is how it looks like from the weekly perspective, right? So a lot of support, and then price started to hammer back up. The crossover of 97.30, that was the second element we were waiting for, we were looking for. That was the last one to get us triggered here. And yeah, there you go. We're just starting off with the pound New Zealand dollar. We're chasing 99.70, so that means close to 200 pip, right? Now we throw it in $15,000 right off the bat. Hopefully we can push the position bigger than that in the next day or two. We'll see how it goes. Naturally, today started a little bit on the back foot, but that's typical. Let's see how today is going to end up, and then we'll know whether it's time to get even more aggressive, or just to keep things as they are and wait a little bit to find another opportunity, to drop that hammer right, right on the nail here. We got our stop loss level at 96.37, which should be sufficient enough to keep us safe in the situation. But it's going to be really interesting to come back and follow up. From the larger picture perspective, I can tell you that 99.70 is probably not the end of the road. Price is probably going to cross over at some point. I don't know how tough that level is going to be, but at some point I suspect price will be able to manage to cross over, and then it will try to chase the previous major high, which was determined back at August 2020, when price was coming off the peak of 202.70. 202.70. That's about 500 pip from this point. But again, the trend is up, and it has been bullish ever since the beginning of 2021, right? Aside from a big size correction that lasted for a month and a half, there was nothing too serious here. So I suspect price is just going to continue to push forward as it did in the last year. So yeah, next stops, like I said, 99.70, and then 202.70, which is the previous major high. It's going to be super interesting to follow up on the situation here. We'll definitely do that, and we'll come back to keep you posted. In the meantime, we'll say goodbye. We'll be back with the next one. I'm going to talk about the gold, so stay tuned.